Yo, yo, welcome to the show.
Yo, YouTube, what is good? It's a Sunday, and I've been promising this video for so long. We're like at the end of July. It's like almost winter, and I'm just letting y'all know that I got some dividends in June, and now I'm gonna talk about them. I'm so sorry this video is so delayed, but life happens. I'm still recovering from the flu and all of that, so. Let's just get into our video. Our first payments were on the 3rd of June. Usually they're on June 1st because June's a very heavy month, like March, June, what's that, September and December. They are, like that's when a lot of the heavy hitters come. So, first of the month, you have like like three, four, five dividends coming in. I said so much just to say that June 1st was probably a holiday or probably a weekend, which is why it started on the 3rd. It was probably a Saturday, honestly. And Sunday was the 2nd, and Monday was the 3rd. Fingers crossed, I'm not talking out of my ass. I don't know why I didn't just check that. Anyways, we got paid from Ford. We had 50 shares of Ford at the time. Got $7.50 in total. Previously, we got $14.17 in our last payment from Ford, which was probably March of this year. And obviously, Ford didn't like slice their dividends in half or nothing. It's just that they had a special dividend the last time they paid. So in total, I mean, this is about 21, $22 in dividends just from Ford, just from, the 50 shares in Ford we had at the time. Well, 50 or less at the time. We got paid also from Essential Utilities, which this is one we no longer own, and I think I wanted to make this red just to kind of visualize or show that but I forgot. But 2.75 shares we had at the time. Since then, we have closed this position. Just didn't see myself having it long term. There are others similar to it, so I had sold out of this, and bought into others. Nonetheless, we got the 84 cents because we held past the ex dividend date. If you're not sure what an ex div date, that's the date. What that is, it's the date when you, or it's the date that's set by, I guess, the company or the ETF holder, whoever the people who control that. If you own the stock before that date, then you are eligible for the dividend. I think if you buy it, if you own the stock that day, or what is it? God damn, why did I start explaining this? If you need to hold the stock before the ex-div date, right? So anytime I set a date in my calendar, my Excel, whatever, I make sure I buy it before that date. Otherwise, it won't count towards that dividend. Anything bought on the ex-div date or after is not gonna count towards the next dividend payment, which is the one I assume you're trying to buy in on. Hopefully that makes sense. We got 84 cents this time. Last time 53. Nice little bump. We no longer own it. I believe we sold while we were up too. So I mean, not bad. It's just something that we didn't see ourselves with. Visa 1.17 shares. That's netting us only 61 cents in dividends because Visa is just a very low yield. Great dividend growth, but just a low starting yield. Previously, we got 35 cents though, so it's nice to see that we're slowly inching up our position in Visa. Looks like we're gonna need well over two shares to get get to that $1 mark. So we'll get there. Just it's just a matter of buying, right? And Visa looks like it's starting to come down a little. It's closer to my average cost, so I can buy a little bit more heavily into it. Let's see how it goes. That brings our total for June 3rd to $8.95. First trading day of the month. We got $9 in dividends. Like that. That's our lunch for the day. Pretty nice. Next payment was looks like we only got one on June 4th. Johnson and Johnson J&J, having 1.75 shares, we got $2.17. Previously $1.79. This one's been beaten down, and I'm just really down in the position. Really down, being like maybe 6-7%. But it is a long-term hold, so I'd be happy to buy more and more, especially at this relatively cheaper price to me. Yeah, Johnson and Johnson, solid company, solid dividends, and good dividend growth as well. They bring our total for the month of well, for June 4th so far for to $11.12, and it's pretty nice. Almost 11.11, but 11.12, so even better. June 10th, next set of payments, we got paid from ExxonMobil, Target, and AEP. ExxonMobil 1.3 shares gave us $1.24. Previously, $1.19 was our payment. Decent little bump, nothing crazy. Target, even smaller of a bump, just a 3 cent bump. But I believe at the time, Target was so, like, I was just so up, like 30% up, and since then they have fallen a lot. So I'm more like, I guess, comfortable buying. I don't know what, I didn't even look at the price, but I know that just being up 30% in a position, I would want to look elsewhere to put my money rather than Target. But now that they're coming back down, I guess you'll be buying more into them, especially based on their ex-div date. So the 1.73 shares gave us $1.90 in dividends, and American Electric Power 2.1 shares, $1.85 in dividends. A little jump from our previous $1.76. And I mean, notice how everything's just in the $1 range. It's just crazy how it's looks small, but I mean cumulatively, like this all added up is well, maybe $5 or $6, which is still not a lot, but I'm just wanting to show the power of addition, I guess. Like basic math, right? June 10th, we also got paid from Chevron 1.4 shares, gave us $2.28. Previously, we had 204 from them. That brings our total from up to June 10th, $18.39. June 13th, Microsoft, Home Depot, or only two pairs for that day. $1.36 from Microsoft. Sorry, a dollar 1.36 shares gave us $1.02 from Microsoft. Under bring Being under the $1 mark has always been like a soft target to me, or I guess a soft being over the $1 mark has been a soft goal to me. In the sense of I want all my dividend payments to be just over at least $1. Like, come on, I want to have some kind of standards. So having the 94 cents from Microsoft finally over $1. I'm not sure if that's pure contributions or they might have raised their dividends in this too, like a mix of both. But Microsoft, the dividend is just a sprinkle on top of the ice cream. It's the cherry on top. I say the weirdest expression sometimes. It's a cherry on top because Microsoft obviously is way more growth centric rather than dividend focused of a company. But nice little added caveat. Home Depot, I'd say is a mix of both. Their point six six, well, my point six six shares gave me $1.49. And previously $1.13. So good little bump on our payment from Home Depot. This one I'd say is a mix of growth and dividends. It's a really good, like, I think one of them technical terms like dividend king or whatever. It's one of those, like they've been growing their thing for decades. And the stock price appreciates nicely. Total up to June 13th, $20.90. June 14th, he got paid from Pfizer. This one should have also been in red because I no longer own it. 2.1 shares gave us 88 cents. And the only other time we got paid, it was 84 cents. So a decent little bump in that. Pfizer sold out to that because I bought into AbbVie, which I feel is a better buy for that exposure I'm going for in healthcare, like pharmaceuticals type of thing. It is a riskier sector, but I feel like Pfizer was not it. So I admitted I made the wrong choice and I just bought into AbbVie. Brunswick is next. We got paid 42 cents from them, 1.73 shares. kind of on the edge with this one right now. Just in thinking in the sense of like, how can I clean up my portfolio? Like, what are the random companies on my list? This would be one of them, low key. So I am pretty down in the position, but we're talking like $10, maybe $15 here. But percentage wise, you know, like they dropped a lot recently, and I didn't even care to look why, which probably means I probably should not own the company. Anyways, we increased our dividends. Anyway, I think that's a decent milestone. Horizon, we got a dollar. Oh, this says I have 2.1 shares. I have like 15 shares of them. But the 15 shares gave us a dollar 65, and previously we got $1.54 from them. I mean, nothing to write home about. It's just this should be a dividend like milking cow type of thing, but it does do that, yeah. But the stock price is also not the best at going up. So we got paid from Maine. 5 shares gave us a dollar 20. Maine's just been doing well. Nothing, really, nothing bad to say about Maine. Realty income. Nothing bad to say, but it's not. It's like at a. It's not doing much. I guess is the best way to say. 11.72 shares. They gave us $3.08 in dividends, regardless, and it's nice to know that we're above the $3 mark in realty income. That's it. I don't think realty income is gonna cut their dividends. They are also one of those dividend kings or whatever the term is, and I mean, just knowing, using that mindset, thinking that we're getting $3 guaranteed every month, quote unquote, like I'm doing air quotes right now, for the rest of our lives, is nice. And that is just gonna get larger and larger and larger. Like maybe $4. Well, $4 will be the next goal, of course, but I'm not. Um, realty income is definitely not my only dividend source, of course, obviously. But this is one that it's nice to track because it's such a steady, almost linear grower, and it's just small, steady milestones, I guess. Total up to that 28.13, almost at $30. I like that. June 17th, we got paid from Stag, 10.25 shares, gave us $1.26 increase. I love how everything is going up. I don't think that so far we got any like decreases in dividends. Dow Jones, that's the banking index fund. IAT 2.1 shares, kind of a newer position. Well, it is a newer position because we don't even have a previous to compare it to. This is our first payment. That is to say that we got paid 71 cents, and just trying to get this over a dollar. This is one of those that is a very well. It changes every time, so it might pay, for example, 15 cents today. Well, actually, you need to go in the probably the three or the four digits, or the fourth or the third decimal place, like 50.1536, then 0.1472, then 0.1601, and then 0.13. Like it's so random. This time we got paid 71 cents though. I'll take it. Just trying to consistently get that over a dollar, I guess. McDonald's still under a share in that. Don't ask me why. Point 0.8 shares, $1.34, and previously we had 99 cents in dividends, so close, and now we just busted past the $1 mark. So I like to see that. That is well, that's not it for June 17th. This is a newer one. Google, first time payer as well. So on June 17th, we got two new dividend payments added to our records. That's cool. Anyways, Alphabet got Alphabet Class A. For anyone that's new here or new to this, that's just Google. If the ticker symbol doesn't make it a little bit more obvious, that's the technical name of the company, Alphabet Class. Alphabet, I think, is the name, but you have a Class A and a Class B. I think one of them have voting rights, one doesn't. I think. 0.95 shares, almost a full share of that. We got paid 19 cents for having that. Google, has started paying dividends. It seems like some of these, it's a trend where it was a trend, I guess, where these techie growth companies didn't pay dividends, but now I guess there's some of them are starting to slowly dip their toe in these tiny yields, but it's like Microsoft, like Apple, like just that little thing that makes it a little bit nicer being invested in that company. And that's how I see it. That's gonna bring our total though to $31.63. Next we have June 21, one company, one payment, 81.81 shares of Waste Management. We got 61 cents in dividends. Almost doubled our last payment though, so yeah, good stuff. $32.24 is our new total. Next payment, SPY G, SPDR portfolio S&P 500 growth ETF. So you know how you have the 500 growth top companies in the US in the S&P 500 ETF. This one takes, I guess, the best growers and put them in a smaller basket. And I have 6 shares of that basket. SPY G, that's a ticker. Got paid 75 cents. Previously, I got paid 51 cents. This is not saying, guys, that they have increased their dividends by that much. Some of them do increase their dividends, but that's saying that I buy more of the shares. It's almost like I have my dividends reinvested, but I don't do that anymore. I buy back the companies myself because I feel like that makes me more active, and I like being active in my investments. Just wanted to clear that up. That was our only payment on June 26th, though. That brings our total to $32.99. And June 27th, we got paid from Camping World, 2.9 shares, 36 cents. Got paid previously 34 cents. And this is one I'm kind of fickle about, on the fence. I just bought a little bit and it bought me up 2 cents. But if you check my previous videos out, I think I was sitting at 34 cents for like 2 or 3 months worth of payments, just not buying any because I'm like, do I want to own this anymore? I don't know. I just said like F it. I bought a little bit. Got paid from Maine again. 5 shares again. $1.50. Previously 108. So this in total, I think like it's like 270 something from Maine, and that's gonna make the next payment from Maine a little bit weird because it's gonna say like, oh, I got paid so much in June. Why not so much in July? Anyways, that brings our total to $34.85. I think this is our last set of payments for June 28th. Pepsi 1.25 shares gave us $1.69. And I think that over doubled. Yeah, just $1.84 times two. That's $1.68. So we doubled our dividend payments, which means we probably doubled our number of shares. Plus or minus. Well, not plus or why did I say plus or minus? Possibly also that they increased their dividend payments as well, but that's crazy to me. And we got paid $1.69 though. Nusi 5 shares to wait. I don't have 5 shares of Nusi. I need to double check I need to really go over these before I make these videos. How many shares? I think I have like 14 shares of Nusi, $2.28, and previously got 2.19. And Nusi is doing so well. Great at dividends, good price appreciation. At least now I'm in the green. I can start saying that. Last time I looked, which wasn't today, probably like a couple of days ago, like 7% up. I don't know what the new thing is, but I like to see Nusi. I feel like I'm biased to Nusi over Horizon, but of course I want the best for them both. I'm hoping Horizon does what Nusi is doing. I don't know. But that's all our dividends for June. That brings our grand total to $38.82. And I mean, that's a pretty nice increase from last year, June, in my opinion. $7 is and 37 cents is what we got last June 2023. And percentage wise, that blows that out of the water. That's a 427% increase. And it just, I guess I added a screenshot from my spreadsheet that I pull all my data from. You can just see June here obviously highlighted, but then look look at May and then look at also July. So it's nice to see that June has always been a stronger month, relatively speaking, compared to the two beside it at least. Um, yeah, love to see it. Love to see it. Year to date total, we're at $152.77. And yeah, last year to date, like January 2023 up to June 2023, we had made $32.03. So that's quick maths, like a 400% increase, right? It's like five times or more. So um, yeah, that's nice too. Monthly average. This right here. This number right here. It's just assuming like if I had spent $21.82 and just assuming I'm living off dividends every single month. If I capped myself at 21.82, I would be fine surviving up to June. I don't know why I'm keeping that as a stat. And then the same with the daily average. Like I'm allowed to spend 81 cents a day. I guess that's the better way to look at it. Like going forward, I can spend at least I can survive on $21.82 of pure dividends. Assuming none of my companies like cut their dividends or cut them or lower them, whatever. Same thing with the daily average. I guess that's the better way to look at it. Graphs, if you like that, this is what I really like. You can see the green is in 2023. Very random, honestly. Not a lot of money, obviously, not a lot of dividends. June or 2024 in the blue is more steady, more steady incline and steady well, it's a greater price, right? Greater value, more dividends. Man, we just continue to track this data. We're well into July. I really had to delete my July data here to not like give myself away or just like skew my stuff back here. Um yeah. We aren't at 2025 yet, but when we get there, it will be in the gray. I'll probably change that from gray because I don't want to see any gray in this. Monthly dividends. This is really that last graph, but like stretched out, I guess. You can see from January 2023, which is when I started tracking, all the way up to June 2024. And of course, the idea is that you want to see steady increase up and to the right, which means your dividends is increasing as time increases. Right here, obviously, starting parts are a little bit like choppy. I feel like that's for everyone because you always have a very big initial deposit until your life kind of balances out or you know neutralizes, I guess. Your dividends are gonna look choppy, I think. Cumulative dividends. This is just us going month by month, starting January. This would be like maybe like $13 up to February, up to March, up to April, up to May, uh, or sorry, up to May, like January, up to February, up to March, up to April, up to May. Oh yeah, I skipped one. Up to June, and then now we're at June, and July is gonna take us. Who knows where it's gonna take us? But we're well past 2023. In the green, as you can see, much better from this graph. Yearly dividends. Of course, the year were just under $100, but the year 2023 we're over $150 so far. I'm just kidding, guys. For some reason, my thing is off. I don't know why. But the year is corresponding to, well, the year. These are all the years, but it should be shifted over. Like this is for this. This is for this. This is for all these, I guess. I'll look into that. I don't know why it's doing that. I think that's the end of the video though. It's so long. I don't know why this video is so long. Thank you guys. So if you stuck around, like you are a real one. Just make it worth your time and like talk shit at me in the comments. Like just say something rude, cause this is like a 30-minute long video. Wow. Or maybe not that long after I edit it, but thank you so much for watching. I want to say the next video is gonna be this afternoon. I'm just so busy. Where I talk about what I will be buying in my brokerage account this week in Robinhood. Stay tuned for that. Until next time, guys. Peace.